What's up, my comic comrades? Today we're talking about one of my all-time favorite comic book characters, the Red Hood. Specifically how and why he gave up using his iconic handguns. That's right, Jason Todd, who is known as the gun-carrying anti-hero Red Hood, gave up using his guns in Batman Urban Legends issue 6, which is a huge change for the character. So we're gonna summarize what happened and why it led to Jason making this drastic decision. So sit back, relax, and let's talk some comics. As I mentioned, the events we're talking about here all went down during the first 6 issues of the story arc called Cheer in the 2021 Batman Urban Legends series. So we're going to start in issue 1 of this series, which opens with Red Hood chasing down a drug addict and narrating saying, "Fear, it's a tool. It's his tool. I never really adopted it." Maybe because he kept that fear all to himself and dressed me up in circus colors. Probably for the best. Never had to rely on it. Had to work harder to take out the bad guys. Had to be more direct. As he shoots the druggie saying, "Rubber bullets," so that fear doesn't get turned around on me. It's my compromise to work in Gotham. My only compromise. Red Hood says, "Look man, I could shoot you all night, but there's a new drug in Gotham and you're gonna tell me who's making it." The man then tells him, "I don't know man, you shot me. All I know is where I get it. The building on the corner of 7th and Orchard." Red Hood then walks away narrating, "He's telling the truth. Worth a shot. This drug's only been on the street for a couple of weeks and it's destroying the Bowery." On the next page, Red Hood continues to narrate saying, "From what I can tell, it gives people a sense of euphoria and extremely pleasant hallucinations." They're calling it teardrops. Honestly, it sounds great, except its addicts can end up trapped in that state, walking in front of cars, drowning, committing self-harm, all while witnessing their greatest dreams come to life. We then get a flashback of Jason Todd when he first became Robin and was still training. Alfred suggests that he stops taking naps and starts training before Bruce returns. Jason gets up saying, "Fine, I've been throwing bat-shaped knives for a week now. When is he gonna take me out?" Alfred replies, "When you're ready, I suspect." Which you will not be without practice. Jason then says, yeah, I get it. Practice makes perfect." Jason goes to the armory to pick up some batarangs and sees closed doors behind him, gets curious and opens them saying, "What do we have here?" Whoa. As he sees an army of guns, all John Wick and Punisher style. As Jason looks around, Batman shows up behind him saying, "You're not allowed in here." Jason then turns around saying, "Holy, you scared the hell out of me. What is this room? I thought you hated guns." Batman then grabs a revolver saying, "I do, but I still need to know them for my forensic work. And I need to master everything, including the things I hate. Guns are a coward's weapon, and we will not be cowards." As he puts the gun back on the rack and walks away, he says, "Now let's see how you are at long-range knife targets." But Jason can't help but keep staring at the guns with Batman calling him twice. After this, we are brought back to the present and we see Red Hood continuing to search for the origin of the teardrops. He then picks up a man by his jacket saying, "I was told this is the building." The man says, "I think the guy who sells the stuff is on the 3rd floor." Letting the guy go, Red Hood says, "If he's not, I'll find you." Jason then says to himself, "Sure thing, Red Hood. Right now you can't even find a street drug. Half of Gotham's teenagers could find it no problem. You never were the best detective." As he walks into an apartment scaring a young boy whose mom is in a coma on the bed. The boy is terrified, crying, but Jason takes off his mask saying, Whoa, I'm not here to hurt you. Is this your mom?" The boy says, "Yes, she was laughing and happy, and now..." Jason then says, "Okay, she's just asleep." What's your name, kid?" The boy says, "Tyler." Jason then replies, "Okay, Tyler, I'm going to get some doctors to help your mom. All right?" Jason calls an ambulance saying, "Female, 30s, in drug-related coma." Jason then asks the boy, "Do you have a dad? Another mom?" He replies, "My dad is at work." Jason asks, "Do you know his name?" The boy tells him Andy. Jason then says to himself, looking at this place, "I'm sure the dad isn't in the best health either, but the cops are going to take this kid away, put him in the system, and I can't." At this point, Jason gets on the phone, calls Oracle saying, "Oracle, I need a trace on a number." She says, "What's this for?" He tells her, "I need to find a kid's dad. His mom OD'd on that new street drug. He's alone." She asks, "Do you want me to call anyone for the kid?" He replies, "No, I'll keep him safe." A little after this, Batman also calls Oracle saying, "Barbara, I need your help." And when she finds out he's working on the same case Jason is investigating, she says Jason's investigating the drug as well. He says, "I see." Barbara then says, "I know you two aren't exactly friends right now, but..." Batman then interrupts saying, "He's a killer, Barbara. I'll do this alone." Elsewhere, we see Jason tracking down Tyler's father. As he says to himself, "It doesn't look like Dad works at Batburger. This is a rough neighborhood. I may have some trouble when I get to him." He then tells Tyler, "Can you be a superhero for me, Tyler?" The boy asks, "Can I pick my name?" Jason responds, "You sure can, little man. I need you to stay put and wear this super mask while I find your dad. It'll protect you. If anyone weirds you out, just say, 'Oracle, I need your help.' You got that?" Tyler says, "Yeah." Jason then asks him, "Now what's your superhero name?" Tyler asks, "What's your superhero name?" Jason tells him, "The Red Hood." Tyler then says, "Oh, then mine is the Blue Hood. I like blue." Jason gets sentimental for a moment saying, "Perfect. I'll be right back with your dad. Okay, Blue Hood?" Long story short, Jason goes inside and sees this is where the teardrops are being manufactured, and Tyler's dad is one of the dudes working here. When he finds his dad, Andy, he chases him out of the building saying to himself, "Damn it, Move, Jason. Remember the kid. Remember what you went through. As he shoots Tyler's dad with a rubber bullet. With Andy now on the ground, Jason says, rubber bullets. You'll live. You, Andy? I'm here with Tyler, your son. His mom is in a coma from the drug. I came here because I didn't want him ending up with the state. But I guess that's what's going to happen now. Andy then says, who gives a crap? Jason asks, what? And he says, you heard me. Kid was a pain. Him and his mother. I honestly don't give a crap if he lives or dies. Kid was a whiny punk. Even when I gave him some of my supply to keep him happy. Both of those leeches can go to learning that Andy absolutely despises his son and wife as well as gives his son illegal drugs to keep him happy. Infuriates Jason to the point where he pulls out his gun and shoots Andy with real bullets several times, killing him. Afterwards saying, oh God, as he thinks, the kid, what have you done, Jason, as he kneels down in the rain next to Andy's corpse. This brings us to issue 2 of this series where we see Jason has brought Tyler back to his place. Tyler asks, are we going to find my dad? Is my mom going to be okay? Mr. Hood? Jason responds, Tyler, your mom's sick and she's getting help right now, okay? And your dad, he's sick too, but I'm gonna look after you until they're better. Tyler says, okay, can I play with your mask again? Jason tells him, sure thing, buddy, sure thing. As he tells himself, damn it, Jason, what the hell are you doing? You can't take care of this kid, but you can't put him back in the system either. Just waiting for some obsessed militaristic billionaire to adopt him. Damn it, his dad was scum. He hurt Tyler. He hurt his mom. But if Tyler's mom doesn't pull through, I just made this kid an orphan. He's my responsibility. He's too young to really see what he's gone through. He can still be saved, unlike me. As we get a flashback of young Jason Todd waiting outside his mom's apartment while she's in there with some dude. As the dude leaves his mom's apartment, he tells Jason, took longer than normal. Decided to take some medicine too. Apartment's all yours, tough guy. But your mom's gonna be sleeping for a while. This pisses off young Jason, so he pushes the dude down the stairs, saying to himself in the present, I never had a chance. Not for 1 second. Jason then says, but he does. Tyler has a chance. I can help him to be okay. This doesn't, what I did, what his parents did, it doesn't have to define him. Tyler then asks while wearing his mask, Red Hood? Jason replies, yeah, buddy. Tyler then says, your mask is talking to me. It says that Batman wants to talk to you. And he's here. Jason has a look on his face like crap as he looks at his door. Then on the next page, Batman appears out of nowhere as he tends to do, saying, Jason, the police are cleaning up your mess, including the body. Was that you? He replies, yeah. It was. Batman says, I warned you, no guns, no killing, not in my town. Jason tells him, not in my town. Can you even hear yourself? Your blasted moral code goes out the window the second I step across some municipal border. The guy he was hurting people and he'd just do it again. As Jason starts to attack Batman, he says to himself, this is a mistake. But I can't help myself. He gets under my skin, his sanctimony. Jason and Batman then start fighting. As Jason continues thinking to himself, he acts like he's God, all-knowing, all-seeing, when really he's just another failed parent. As Batman knocks Jason on his butt saying, stay down. Don't make me. Tyler then comes in to defend Jason saying, leave him alone. He's a good guy. He's Red Hood. Jason then says, hey kiddo, it's all right. Everything's fine. Issue 3 then opens up with Batman kneeling down to Tyler who's defending Jason with Batman saying, I'm Batman. What's your name, son? He replies, Blue Hood. Batman just stares at Jason like, really? Before saying to Tyler, nice to meet you, Blue Hood. Will you do me a favor and sit here for a bit while I have a chat with the Red Hood? As he offers a lollipop, Tyler says, yes. Thank you, Batman. Jason asks, lollipop? Batman tells him, effective for distracting children at emergency scenes. Jason, what the hell is going on? He answers, that guy I killed, the teardrops dealer, this is his son. He was trash. He was drugging Tyler and put his mom in the hospital. She may not live. The kid might be an orphan like us. Look, I know your rules. No killing in Gotham, but that guy, he deserved it, damn it. Batman says, and now you're what? This poor kid's warden? Because of your guilt? Jason, this boy needs help. Jason says, you're right. That guy deserved it. But Tyler, I messed up. I just don't want him in the system like I was. You wouldn't understand. You always had Alfred and money. Batman says, I know, but he can't stay here. I'll put Gotham's best doctors on his mother's case. And then I'll clean up this mess and shut down whoever's making these teardrop drugs. Red Hood then grabs Batman's shoulder saying, I'm shutting it down. Batman says, we'll shut it down. But first things first, let's get Tyler into good hands. We then see Batman and Red Hood leave Tyler with Leslie Tompkins while they go investigate and shut down the teardrops. But then jumping ahead to issue 6, we see Red Hood and Batman do defeat Gotham's latest villain Cheer, revealed in issue 4 to be the mastermind behind the new teardrop drugs. But Red Hood and Batman don't do it alone. Nope, they're able to defeat Cheer, who is teamed up with Mr. Freeze with the help of the entire Bat family, including Nightwing, Tim Drake, Robin, Batgirl, Spoiler, Batwoman, and Signal. After Cheer's defeat, the comic book takes us to 3 weeks later where we see Tyler's mom Sandra has recovered and is out of the hospital. We also see they're at a brand new super nice apartment that's been donated to Tyler and his mom by the foundation that Leslie Tompkins works for. While Leslie is talking to Sandra, showing her around her new place, Jason is playing with Tyler, and Jason says, hey, I got you something for being so great with your mom during the big move. As he pulls a blue hoodie out of a bag. Tyler then says, a blue hoodie, because I am And Jason says, yeah pal, the Blue Hood. The best superhero of them all. As Jason walks out of the apartment, he sees Bruce waiting by a car asking, everything good? Jason responds, seems like it. Leslie's still talking to the mom, who looks a little shaky, but good. And Tyler, well, kids are resilient. Bruce then apologizes to Jason for the events that happened earlier when Bruce was affected by cheer gas and an untested antidote. He adds, thanks for saving me. Jason says, it's all good. He then pauses and says, I'm giving up the guns. I've been using rubber bullets lately, but none of it feels okay now. Bruce responds, Jason, I'm glad. It's the right, but Jason interrupts, telling him, I actually don't want to hear it, Bruce. This isn't me doing it for you. I think some people should die, and those people, I still want to hurt them, Bruce. I just don't want to hurt anyone else. And death has a way of rippling out to others. That's all. I'm just figuring out some new ways. Jason and Bruce then shake hands before they go their separate ways, with Bruce saying, Jason, life is too short for us to be like this, as Jason rides away on his bike. And that closes out the portion of the story that explains why Jason Todd, aka the Red Hood, puts his guns down. Essentially, as he says, he realizes with his last case that guns and death have a way of rippling out to others. So he wants to make a change, as killing Tyler's dad understandably scarred him. Having said that, he's not necessarily going to stop killing, because after all, he's now carrying around a crowbar and has batarangs in his holsters instead of guns. So it's kind of a weird thing. I feel like it's one of those things that's not really gonna stick, because Red Hood is a character, kind of like the Punisher, who needs guns for the character's sake. So it's probably only a matter of time before he returns to using them again. But it has been interesting over the last few months seeing him using a crowbar as his primary weapon. Although it's very fitting considering Joker beat him almost to death with a crowbar. So he's taken the thing that hurt him and turned it against evil. Either way, you guys definitely need to read the 6-issue story arc for yourselves, because there was a lot we left out. Especially the character building moments between Bruce and Jason that really flesh out Red Hood's character a lot more. In summary, if you're a Red Hood fan like me, you need to read this for yourself. But what do you guys think of a gunless Red Hood? Have you been digging him using a crowbar and batarangs recently, or do you want him to start using guns again? Let us know down in the comments. And that's gonna bring today's episode to a close, but if you enjoyed this video, check out this one right here. And if you like all of our videos, like, subscribe, and comment. It helps us out. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time when I talk about all things comics.